James, you have some follow-up? Tell us about Psychic Awakening. An awakening of psychics.
That was the thing I was going to mention in the intro. I forgot about. That was that. So the pre-order came out this weekend for the first Psychic Awakening book and the new Blood of the Phoenix box set, which has all the new Eldar and Drukhari miniatures. But GW's already sent review copies of the books to a lot of the sort of the usual channels, and so there's already quite a few reviews out as of yesterday. A lot of which start to reveal some of the sort of new stuff from Psychic Awakening. So the majority of the book is updated rules for Eldar and Drukhari, so Craftworlds, Drukhari, and Inari. So it's pretty much all an Eldar book, and it certainly has new psychic rules. The psychic rules probably are one of the things that are a bit naff. I think in it pretty much it allows Eldar psychers to drop smite in order to take additional other psychic powers which weren't around. But yeah, it looks like it's like I guess like a codex update. I don't know if they're going to do like an extra codex or what, or if they're just going to leave it as is. But certainly it looks like they're doing that sort of stuff with the book. And aspect warriors have been nicely updated now, so there's all these cool rules to do with all the different aspects where you can choose special abilities for the Exarch that affect the whole unit. Yeah, it looks like they're moving ahead with that storyline. So I will pick it up next week, and I'll let you know what I learn after that.
I see. Well, I gotta tell you, if it's generally available to the public in 2 or 3 weeks, I assume that my game store will get it in like 2 to 3 years. So around that time, I'll take a look at it.
Or you can buy it. You can buy the book in PDF format as of next Saturday.
Look, I try to support my local business, but I gotta tell you, it takes them fucking forever to get literally anything. And then I look at Amazon, I'm like, I could get 2-day shipping, or I could support local businesses. This is real tough, because I prefer not to wait 6 months in order to get my goddamn BattleTech starter kit.
Yeah, you're like me. I like to support local, but I also like to have it when I want it.
Yeah. Amazon got us. They got us! Damn it, with their stupid good service and their 2-day shipping. Nationwide network of cars, vans, transport materials. Yes, Amazon Prime can be quite useful. And you know what else you can do with Amazon Prime? You can link it to your Twitch account and unlock Twitch Prime. If only there was something you could do with Twitch Prime. Atomic, can
if only.
Can you... Never mind. Let's just get back to the battle.
I know where you're going with
I know, but I can't do it.
I'm not Henley or like, I mean...
I know. I know. We're there. All right. Did you get attacked by a cat or hit by 2 sledgehammers?
Oh,
or...
no, that was my cat.
Okay.
He fell off the back of the chair and grabbed, and I hadn't trimmed his front claws, and it just ripped gashes all down my arm, and it was bleeding for a while. I got him on my forearm too, but they've already pretty much healed up.
Soundwaves Ghost, thanks for that timely Twitch Prime sub there, with an included message about how you can use your Twitch Prime. You know, it's really helpful when a nice guy like Soundwaves Ghost comes along and helps you out there. And
when he says free subs, he does not mean sandwiches. Just to clarify. Just, because it's the internet, you gotta clarify that shit.
Times like these, I don't make fun of him for his weird posts back when the Loot channel was around. Before I had to nuke that thing in non-existence.
Exterminatus.
I didn't know there was a Loot channel.
Listen, there's a long story behind it, and the long story is actually very short, and it goes like this. People were pestering me. Lexi Tales came up with a campaign to make me make a Loot channel, and at first I completely ignored it. And then a bunch of people were like, Loot channel, and I was like, fine. The first time no one posts for a week in it, I'm nuking it, and I'm never gonna get another one again. And they were like, we will post a chain of lewd bullshit for... They fucking forgot about it in like 1 week. They just let the floodgates open, and then they stopped, and I was like, great, now it's never happening again. You can never have that delicious candy once you've eaten it all. You know, speaking of delicious candy, why don't we talk about something about this wave serpent? Pondo's been sitting here the whole time, like 3-inch, 7-inch charge train, advanced, re-roll. I can't understand his babbling. Whole break.
So-
Whole break he was doing it.
So Pondo, if you
Yeah.
jump out now, you can go 3 inches from the hull, so you'll be
Yeah,
somewhere
so
around
3
here.
inches right here, and then 6 inches to right about here.
Yeah. And you could potentially from there charge.
I could charge the Psyker and get within just barely 3 inches.
Yeah. Alternatively, because you're going to wear Overwatch from the side, I'm not Overwatch from the side that much, you know, but the alternate thing would be I could actually this turn get the Wave Serpent to there, literally like right in front of them,
And just
And
wait for the
then-
wave serpent to die?
to get destroyed, and then everyone just jumps out 3 inches from the Inquisitor.
Aha, surprise.
I guess that could work too.
Well, that would be the way to show your credibility. As to all pop out of a Xenos vehicle surrounded by your Aldari
Bodyguards.
honor
essentially?
guard and just be like, don't worry, we're not heretics.
I mean, that
Can't wait
Inquisitor's
for that
gotta know
conversation.
Gotta know that we're Order Hereticus. So
Can't wait for that conversation. You let me know when you come up with your strategy.
So Pondo, do you want to get out now, or do you want me to drive you closer?
I think what I was looking at was like if I got out now, I'd be looking
go-
at a.
For any point in the hole, you can go from literally the tip of the points, wherever
Yeah.
you want to go from. Yeah.
I got out now. I think I needed like a 6 or 7 inch charge. 6 there. Charge the Psyker. I need a 6 inch charge, and then I'd be.
You don't
in
need to go that far. You just need to get within 3 inches, right?
of the Inquisitor.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
The reason why I chose the Psyker is the Psyker is closer, and I don't think his weapons are. as-
next time we're slapping a jump pack on fucking Lycus so he can move 12
Apparently.
inches.
You pick
Yeet
one up in the
myself
game
over
and you
there.
can have one on the board.
So you want to get out first then? the
I'll
plan?
go ahead and get out.
Okay. So do you,
Make
do you want me to
things-
move? I can move the Eldar first so that they're screening for you. I can put the Guardians out first.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna move 7 so I can go a total of 10 from the. So I'm gonna move them over here to get to tie up these basilisks.
That sounds like a good idea.
The first one then goes there.
Now, how do I do distance? Is it from like the end, or like the center of my base? The 3 inches have to be.
The backside of it.
Yeah, so it's a part of your base needs to be 3 inches from any part of the.
Okay. So actually, I can get a little closer. How did you get that far?
Because I've got a 7-inch move. 3 plus
Oh,
7
okay.
is
That
10.
was after your move. Okay.
Yeah. You can just measure. You can basically say I'm going to come out 11 inches from the. Sorry, I wouldn't say I'm 9 inches from the vehicle because you get 3 plus your move.
Can I? Kind of need in that spot.
Okay, you can want me to move it. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Not to inconvenience you, but
Just making sure that you'll screen. That's all. Not that there's going to be much shooting this turn, but
Don't you have to worry about being in melee range of the basilisk?
you can't be within an inch of the basilisk.
mine was more than an inch within the basilisk. Damn it.
So just go like come at more of an angle. That's all.
Okay. Alright. I hope. Still a 6 inch charge, okay. And I'm not moving the armature or the may move the Land Raider a little bit. It doesn't need to do much. That's all my movement. Note to self: invest in jump packs.
All right.
for everybody. Just
Play,
I'd like to procure like.
just play Blood Angels. Everybody gets jump packs.
Are you going to leave your captain in melee combat, or are you going to pull him out and use the Devastators?
I think I need to pull him out.
Because if you can get him back behind the Devastators, they've got to charge the Devastators, and you can use that 5+ Overwatch with all that nice bolt of fire.
Yeah. What do I have to do to pull him out again?
Just move him, because he's got a jump pack. He can move, no problem. He can move wherever he wants to, and he needs speed.
That's right. And so you can move 12 inches wherever the fuck he wants. Yeah, I'll do that. So boost his happy little ass back here. And the apothecary is going to roll D3 to heal his ass. Gets one back. We'll do there.
Are you sacrificing your mortar team, Sid?
Something like that.
Something like.
Get in the fight.
Do something.
Just hit him on the plate and just huck him.
Sir, I don't know if we could do anything about these.
Meanwhile, we're over here really hoping that whatever they're doing on the other side of the battlefield is actually getting done, because we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Because there's this giant there's rocks and a giant hill in the way. We can't see shit.
I'm sure you're getting regular Vox updates though from
I'm
really,
sure it's a
really smug Lycus Santoro. Like, don't worry, we've got this. There's a 3-inch area outside of this particular vehicle. Well, you know, it's not really 3 inches. You know, it's probably several dozen meters. But anyway, we're doing great over here, Kalrak. How are things going on your side?
Meanwhile, we're over here. Just the Battle Brothers are dying. I'm sitting in a copse of trees with just like. It's like that scene in Saving Private Ryan where they go back into Bastogne and like all the trees are missing all their foliage because of all the artillery that's been coming in. It's just splintered tree stubs everywhere. That's pretty much what's going on. No one can hear what he's saying because it's just the cacophony of automatic weapons fire.
Have we all moved?
I think the only thing that
Yes.
is going to move would be Eshairr.
Wave Serpent literally just dropped all the kids off and then swerved.
That's it. Peace out.
Soccer mom to get the fuck out of here.
Wow. That's some weak shit.
I'm trying to get somewhere where it can use its Serpent Shield effectively.
What does that do?
So the Serpent Shield, which reduces its damage by 1, you can discharge in a turn. On a 2+, it deals mortal wounds to the closest enemy unit within 24 inches. So drop it onto one of those characters here. I mean,
I think this company commander needs to yell at the captain that he would like to become an applicant to the Space Marine chapter, so that he can then get the chapter keyword and then get the one to reroll. He might not make it through. I don't think he's going to make it through the aspirant process, but you know, at least he'll get that one to rerolls.
okay. So if we're all done with the moving, we have no psychic phase. So let's jump into
Here's
shooting.
where Lycus Santoro gets turned into paste.
Sid?
Yeah, man, I'm a murder like a Santoro for real.
Sid can't shoot at the commissar or the company commander, can he?
Why?
He cannot, no, because they're characters and there's a Hellhound closer.
Okay.
So I'd recommend, for example, that I'd probably have these tanks, one after the other, try and take out this Hellhound. Keeping in mind that Hellhound goes up, it will probably damage the Armiger, the company commander. And
Armiger also is
Tank
forced to shoot at the Hellhound, I believe.
I could shoot at
if
either.
it's close.
No, that's 5 inches.
6 inches,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're locked into shooting that Hellhound.
I mean, I could shoot the
I-
other
I-
one as well.
Yeah, I'd be.
For sure.
That's what I'd be
You
doing.
just
I'd be
can't
getting-
shoot the
I'd be getting
characters.
Sid-
Yeah.
I'd be
But
getting
I
Sid
wouldn't
to
want to
fight this
use
one.
that.
Listen, Pondo, I remember you trying to get me to move those characters, and this is exactly why I left them there. Because now that the Land Raider has to deal with them instead of shooting other more useful things.
The Land Raider is made to shoot these guys.
I'll take
That's
my
fine.
Leman Russ and I'll dump its battle cannon, last cannon, and storm bolter on that the Hellhound.
Do you want to
Cool.
try to finish that one off?
I'd say Sid should start with that one because then you can take out that one with the armature.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you've got 2d6 shots with the battle cannon first off.
Let's see. I can give it orders, right?
From your tank commander, yeah.
Which
Man,
So I wouldn't worry about smoke and fire. So it's either you've already got reroll ones. So the only one that's worth giving is the one that gives you reroll failed wound rolls.
right. We'll do that.
So 2d6 shots.
I'm scrolling around. Order. There it is. In rows.
So
Five.
5 shots. Hitting on 3s, reroll one. Hitting on 4s, reroll 1s. Sorry.
that poor loader is just like, oh, if you got imagine 12 shots,
hits.
he's just having a
Wounding
hits.
on 3s. Rolling failed.
All hit.
Okay, so it's 3 wounds. So that's 3 6 up saves, Arthur. No, sorry, 3 5 up saves. -2 for battle cannon.
2 save. Sorry, 1 save.
So I have 1 save. So 2d3 damage. So it's 4 damage. Takes it to 5.
What?
It was on 9. It was on 9 previously.
You sure? That looked
Dice
like a
roll on
6 to
that,
me.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. It's there's no dot on that dice, but it was definitely on 9.
There's like a small, very hard to see line if you're not
Very well.
looking directly.
Yeah. And then last cannon. There's 1 shot hitting on 4, reroll 1. Nope. Alright, and then the Storm Bolter will be at this range 4 shots. Hitting on 4s.
Oh fuck! 1 hit.
We're hitting on 5s. No. See, I'd be probably doing the tank commander into that one as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, let's scroll back up for the tank commander.
The good thing with the tank commander is you can use your flamers too. Flame the flame tank.
Alright, so we got a heavy flamer, last cannon, Punisher, and storm bolter.
So you got 2 heavy flamers, so that's 2d6 automatic hits. 4 automatic hits. Wounding on 5s. That is 3.
3.
Could you use that
3
6
4 up
somewhere else?
saves. Arthur?
Me too.
So you got that down to 4 wounds. 4 storm bolter shots. So it's hitting on this one's. This guy's down to 4 ballistic skill now. So hit 3 hits, wounding on 5s.
Holy shit.
That's 3 up saves, Arthur.
There's those 3 6s that Tommy needed earlier.
So he's down to 3 wounds.
You sure?
Then you've got.
I mean, he takes 3 wounds, right?
Sorry, they were 3 up saves. Didn't you roll 2 or 4 and a 4?
Oh, sorry. I thought you said 5 up saves.
No,
yes.
4 up saves. 3 up saves.
Very well.
Then you got your las cannon, hitting on 4 reroll 1.
You still have the 20, like the 40 shots. that
Yeah.
they could do.
Does
Hit.
hits, wounding on 3s.
Hit.
Wounds, 6 up save, Arthur.
Nope.
No. D6 damage.
Ah.
Gone, destroyed. Yep. So explodes on a 4+.
Oh no.
See here.
I did something.
thank
No,
goodness.
I'm gonna spend a point
To reroll that.
That sucks.
Let me double check.
You need the Nurgle ability where you can guarantee something blows up. That'll damage the Armiger, the tank commander Brody, and the company commander if it goes up 6 inches.
Yep, that just happened.
D3 mortal wounds.
Got him. D3 mortal
Okay.
wounds to everybody.
So on the tank commander, 2. On the Armiger,
Fuck it, tank commander.
takes 3.
Suck it,
the Armiger's
Armiger.
he's got a 6+ feel no pain from his House Tarantus ability, so he gets 3 dice.
Do I?
6 is reducer.
Yeah, I specifically gave you a pretty good house. It's making me sad right now. What the? What the fuck? That is a 1 in 216 chance. You know that? Let me reverse time. See if you can make that roll again.
Probably not.
Did you roll 3 6s?
He rolled 3
Yeah.
6s, yeah.
Ooh.
Took no damage. I take
And-
1 point of
and-
damage to the company commander.
Yeah. He's down to 3 wounds left.
Go fuck yourself. Look, I tried real hard with this Hellhound. That's all I gotta say. I got him to where he needed to be. I let him explode. I paid in for it. I'm gonna get that tank commander. I want you to know that. I'm gonna kill his ass.
Alright, and then you want to... Oh, you may as well fire those guys first. Yeah, they might get lucky with their wounds. He's in rapid fire. They've got las guns. So you got a total of 5 shots because the guy in the back isn't within half range. So 5 shots sitting on 4s. Two hits, wounding on 5s.
No.
Almost. Alright. Hondo, did you want to do the Armiger into the heavily damaged Hellhound then?
Kinda.
And you can now declare on... You could put a melter gun into one of these guys too if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That's how they're not in the half melted range, but
Part of me wants
maybe.
to use the quad bolters into the thing, into the
actually
Hellhound, but that might not be
you
the
are
right
just in
decision.
melter range of the Commissar. You could get double effect on the Commissar with the melter gun.
Oh wait, I have a multi-melta on the Land Raider,
Yeah.
and I'm in range of that Hellhound. Okay.
Okay, so what I'd recommend you do with your heavy bolter shots is maybe even put them on the Basilisk. It's got a 36-inch range.
The quad
Heavy
bolt?
bolters. Yeah.
Should I do the bat? Are you tying? Which basilisks are you talking about? The one
Well,
to
yeah,
the
the
right,
back
or the
we
one
can
that you're
just put
tying
some-
about?
Well, I mean, I can still try and type. I'm going to charge both basilisks.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'll still whatever's left, I'll still charge.
Let's see here. I'll do the multi-melta on this Hellhound.
Yep.
1 4 wounds, and I'll do the
Quad bolters there.
Quad bolters into. I'll do it in that basilisk.
Put the
and-
put the storm bolter onto the company commander
Company commander.
because the Armiger's melter gun, it was in melter range of the Commissar, not of the commander. So.
Melta gun is 12 inches.
Yeah, but in half range, you get to roll twice for damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. So I'll do that. So first multi-melta.
Hitting on 3. Save the CP. Save the CP. We've got all
Save
stuff
it.
to shoot it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 4 shots on the company commander. Hitting on 3s.
That's better.
Yep. Wounding on 3s. That is 4 5-up saves, Arthur.
Ooh.
Two.
Still alive.
Still alive on 1 wound. That's company commander here, so he's under 1. And then you've got 24 shots on the Basilisk. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s.
Actually. 5. 7, 10.
It's 15.
It's when they stack, they can be hard to count.
Yeah. I'll take this over here. It might be better. Oh, sorry.
So I stole the dice.
That's okay.
You see your rotation speed's fucked you now. That's
Alright, there we go. Oh, the dice in. Alright, so how many do I have right now?
you got that's 29 dice there, so you need to lose 5.
That's easy to do. Alright.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s. So
That's
that's
a lot of ones.
13.
there's a lot of 1s and 2s, yeah. 13 hits.
All my luck went into getting those 3
Yep.
promotions.
You're burned. That's it.
That's so how many do I need?
You need to lose 4 more.
You need a total of 13.
You got 14. There you go.
Yep, no worries. And then it's 5s to wound. That is 7
That-
4-up saves, Arthur.
Well, that's a lot of 6s there.
So failed 4?
I haven't rolled yet.
Uh,
Sorry. So failed 6. Puts him down to 5 wounds remaining.
Failed. 6. I thought I failed. Are there too many dice there? Alright. Go with that. So you were shooting at this basilisk?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He should be dead then.
No, he's got 11 wounds.
Did someone already move the die over to 5?
I put it. Yeah, no, I put it there. I already did that. Yeah.
That's why I'm
Efficiency.
confused. Sure.
Okay.
You guys are all over here tossing each other dice, helping each other out. I'm on my side of the table, and all I get is everyone being like, "Oh, Arthur, you really stacked this against us. Arthur, all our dudes are dying. 3-inch charge rate, Arthur." Looking at you, Pondo. I know you've been waiting all day for deploying out of that wave serpent. Well, you better show me what you've got.
All right. So Pondo, you want to
Go ahead and
do the armiger now, and do your auto cannons on the Hellhound and your melter gun on the Commissar.
The only one that's 4 wounds. Okay. Well, I guess if I kill it, I kill it.
Yep.
I'll do the multi melta or the multi
melta-gun.
Melta gun. Whatever.
Yeah. Hit on 3.
That'll
Yep.
hit.
Wound on 2.
That'll wound.
All right. 2d6. Take the best for damage.
I'd give it.
So he's got 1 wound left, I think. Yeah, he's got 1 wound left.
Gonna leave you guys crippled and deformed.
That's right. I can still shoot at him.
Wow. This sounds like some heretic talk.
All right.
Seem awfully glad to kill loyal Imperial Guardsmen, my friend.
So do you.
Yeah, but I'm the GM. I'm supposed to be savage.
Do you want Lycus to shoot someone?
Doesn't matter. Inquisitors do this shit all the time.
I still have to do my things.
Oh, autocannons. So yeah, so 43 shots.
Okay, that's decent.
8 shots.
What's he shooting at? The basilisk?
Yeah.
That's really
Hitting on
gonna kill the
3s, wounding on
Not-
4s.
Am I shooting the?
No, sorry, no, the Hellhound. The 4 damage Hellhound.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s because I didn't move.
Yep.
I don't reroll 1s, unfortunately.
No. And then wounding on 4s.
3 wounds.
So that is 3 4-up saves.
Yeah, because -1 AP.
Yep, 3 4-up saves.
1 fail.
So it takes 3 damage. On 1 left.
Leaving everything with 1. I'll shoot
Alright.
with Lycus.
Who's he going to shoot?
I believe I can only really shoot the Psyker.
One of the basilisks. Well, you
Yeah,
can't shoot the
even-
Psyker because of the basilisk closer.
Oh, that's true.
I mean,
I-
you'd
I
killed the
guess.
basilisk. Decided to shoot at the Hellhound instead, I see.
Hitting on 4, which I think I missed. Yeah. All right.
That's pretty normal for Lycus, though.
No, I usually
Alright.
hit, but not in this system.
Do you want to do Antipho next, Sid?
Can he see the commissar?
No.
No.
Yeah, yes. The answer to that is yes.
Is he close enough? Is he closer to the commissar than he is to the
Well,
basilisk?
the question was, can he see him?
Yeah, no, he could shoot the commissar. He's closest.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the commissar.
Wow, this is every Imperial Guardsman's dream. Shooting a commissar in the back legally.
Usually they just have accidents with hand grenades. It's really high
4
rates.
attacks hitting on 5s.
He's been waiting for this whole life.
You ever got a commissar that's not Caiaphas
There
Kane?
we go.
3 hits. Wounding on 3s. Killing. You'll kill him at any 3s. He's dead. He's dead.
Full auto.
You just outblammed the commissar.
You know, the whole stream is for
Had to be
literally
done.
that 10-second span of rolls right there. That's it. That's what the whole stream was leading to. Nothing else matters from here on out.
All right. I'll start with. I may as well have the Eshairr try and pick off the company commander, since we're sniping characters. So
my kills.
hitting on 3,
Okay, I left him at a
Kills
2
hit
1 point
curing.
for you.
wounding on 3s. No wound. Still yet to get an actual wound with my character in the war game so far.
Yeah,
Alright.
I thought you sniped a Psyker earlier.
No, but I didn't hit.
Oh.
Missed that one. Yeah. Okay, the Autarch is going to put the laser lance in range. No. We'll put the shuriken weapons onto the basilisk. So 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s, roll 1s, they all hit. Winning on 5, 6s are -3 AP. So that is no wounds. Okay, the Wave Serpent will discharge its shield into the company commander. So on a 2+, he's dead.
What a dick.
He's dead. And all the shuriken weapons at the basilisk. So the smaller shuriken weapons hitting on his current wound hitting on 5s. And wounding on 5s, no. And then his other catapults hitting on 5s. 1 hit, wounding on 5s. No. Wounding on 4s actually, but still didn't do anything. Alright, so I'll put everything for this whole group of Guardian Defenders are firing on the damaged basilisk along with their shuriken weapon platform. So the platform, first off, 2 hits, 4s. So that is 2 wounds. So 2 3-up saves.
Got him.
And then
Your Eldari technology just isn't good enough. Superior basilisk construction.
in range of the what are they? So attacks with the regular guys. Reroll 1s for the Autarch. Okay. And then 5s to wound. Okay, so that is 2 saves at AP -3, so 2 6-up saves.
I managed to hit 1/6.
So down at 4 wounds. I think that's it for the shooting on this side. So it's probably now over to Atomic.
All right, we'll do the
Whoa, whoa,
Devastators.
whoa, whoa, whoa. There's also a company commander over here. Don't forget about him.
Oh, yeah, sorry. My company commander. Who's
Yeah, he's gonna
brave.
huck
Fire his
grenade.
last pistol in the air.
Huck his grenade.
6-inch range. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you can too. D6 attacks.
Frag grenade. D6 attack.
Why are you flipping over a card that says salt?
It's just salty. It's just the guy doing that. I mean, it was over there in the pile, so I just took it. It seems very fitting to have on my side.
That's true.
5 attacks hitting on 3s.
Three hits.
3 hits. Wounding on 5s.
No.
No.
All bouncing off of our beautiful shields.
Right.
Let's see.
So, Atomic, before you start with your Devastators, I would start trying to pick off pistol shots into those Borgans, try to get that one wound Borgan down.
Yeah.
'Cause you got pistols with the Apothecary.
Yeah. Wait, Apothecary's got a bolt pistol. Captain's got a plasma pistol. The Ancient's
Yeah.
got a storm bolter.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll just go down the list. We'll start with the captain. So we'll do the plasma pistol first.
Say the yeah, because
Wait, so-
don't overcharge. That's right. Yeah. So 1 attack hitting on 2, reroll 1.
Yeah.
Wounding on 3
Yes.
wounds. That's a 4+ invulnerable save, Arthur.
Got it.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
do the
Bolt
apothecary
pistol.
bolt pistol, which is
Yep, hitting on 3, reroll 1.
let's kind of roll.
Wounding on 5.
Oof.
No.
Nope. All right.
And
we'll
the
do
storm bolt will be 4 shots.
Yeah. So. Reroll 1.
Yep. Well, that'll hit. Then wounding on 5s.
It's
So
3.
that's
Look
3
at
4
fucking-
saves.
Pondo the spoon over here. Jesus. 2, but that is
Okay,
gonna
but
take.
that guy's dead. So if you do your Devastators now, your melter gun, I'd fire the melter gun definitely at the Borgrins because you're going to get the
Oh,
2d6
yeah.
to take the best result damage.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. We'll do the multigun first.
What do you want to do with the las cannons and heavy bolters?
So I have my signum that I can use, right? So I can designate. I can give one of the guys an additional +1 to his hit roll.
Hitting on 2s. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I can fire both the Melta and the bolt gun the same
You
go.
can,
right?
but you're -1 to hit with both if you do that.
Okay, no, then I'll just save. Let's do the Melta then. All right. I mean, I really need to take these Bulgrins out, which is kind of a problem.
So the question is, do you put any of the las cannons onto the Borgrins?
I think I should. I mean, they're gonna get it next. I just need to buy time. Really, that's all I'm doing. So I think that's gonna be a better idea.
You're not going to kill any tanks with
Yeah,
2 las cannon
correct.
shots.
Plus, I've still got the
Just
chair.
roll
I've still got the cherub, right?
Yep.
So if there's, I can give one guy a reload. So we'll do melta gun, las cannons, and heavy bolters all into the Bulgrins.
Cool. So melter gun hits on a 3. We roll 1s.
Yeah. Sorry. What's the?
1 attack. The melter gun. Or assault 1. It's a hit. We'll wound on a 3.
Nope.
No. Okay, then you got 6 heavy bolter shots.
Roll
Hitting on
ones.
3s, roll 1s. It's good you roll 3 1s.
All right.
So 5 hits.
Oh.
Winning on 4s. So that is 3 4-up saves, Arthur.
It's too
So
much.
one guy's down to 1 wound.
I'll do the Laskins.
First las cannon. So do them separately because maybe consider giving the second guy the 2+.
Yeah.
Yep. So first one, 3+,
Makes it.
hits. And then the
And
wounds
so-
on a be 9, so 3+. Yep,
Makes it.
4+ invul. He dead. So that 1-on-1 wound is dead. And then the other last cannon was with the guy hitting on 2s.
Yeah. Yeah. Just we'll do that. Reroll.
Winning on
Yes.
3.
Yep.
Yep. 4+ invulnerable.
Nope.
Up 6 damage.
D6 damage. What the hell is this thing?
Last cannon. Just a 1. We put you down to 2
Get
wound
fucked.
rating.
We'll go ahead and give. I'm gonna give that guy a reload with the cherub. So
Okay.
No.
Cherub.
No.
So he gets to fire again.
Yeah, on
So,
2s.
Hitting on 2. Hits.
Yep, winning on 3. Yep,
Hits.
4+ invulnerable.
Is there only one guy left?
At least 2 of them.
Oh yeah. that's
Okay,
right.
and D6 damage. You started 1 wound now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That Bulgren wore 2 las cannon shots and
Yeah,
survived.
just tanked him.
You're gonna recognize that.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's a champion. Okay, I want you to recognize that.
And then I get to. Kalrak gets to go. I think I'm just gonna put a crack missile on that guy's face.
There's a chance they'll run away, by the way, as well. They're now, they're in-
yeah,
they're in
but-
danger from out, but it's not a high chance though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather confirm kill, right? So I hit
Yeah.
on a. Sorry. 3
3
plus.
roll 1s. So you got the captain nearby.
Reroll. Yes. It's,
Winning on 3.
Yep. Nope.
No. Is everyone over there shot, I believe?
Storm builder. Yes.
You know, you can
So
still fire. You can still fire Kalrak's bolt gun as well, or bolt pistol, because it's
I can.
not bolt
you're
pistol. No, you've got a bolt gun or a bolt pistol. To remember.
right. Here's a bolt pistol.
Okay, no, you can't fire the pistol and the heavy at the same time.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. All right. I believe that is everybody I have.
Shooting. So now do declaring charges. So I'm going to start with the Guardian Defenders.
Mhm.
They are declaring a charge against the Psyker and both Basilisks.
Very well.
So they all get to Overwatch first.
I understand. What do you got, Psyker? What do you have?
Light pistol. 1 shot. You got
Yep.
6.
Yep.
Seven shots.
This is like a point blank artillery shot.
Danger close. One
One.
hit. Winning on
In
2.
the world that's
Killing on
saying,
2, in fact.
the world that's saying is like all like shotgunning, an artillery gun. So you just blank
Yeah, one dead.
fire point blank.
Killing on 2. They've only got toughness 3.
Really?
I got
Wow.
Yep. Okay, then also 3 shots with the heavy bolter as well. That one.
I forgot that they even had those things.
Yeah, on the hull at the front.
Yes.
No hits. And then the second one's it's 10 shots. One hit. Killing on 2.
Yep.
Second one's dead.
One of your filthy Xenos over here in my area.
I was just moving the other way. Okay, now
Oh, that one.
heavy bolter
Yes.
shots. So, yeah. Yep, 1 hit, wounding on a 3.
Got it.
So I got a save on this one, so it'll be a 6-up save. No, it's 1 more dead. All right, now I get to do my charge distance. Here. So 10. That's perfect.
Is this to prevent me getting
So-
overwatched on?
So yeah, well, you can't be Overwatch now if you charge anything but the Inquisitor.
Ah.
So I want to do it in a way. Oh, wait, you can't be. Are you with 6 inches of the Inquisitor? Yeah, so you can't be Overwatch because the Inquisitor only have a 6-inch weapon. Just making sure I create some space for you as well, so that.
Oh, so if I go out, I won't. Okay.
So you can declare on everybody and just see what you roll. And we've saved the re-roll for you as well, leaving a gap for you to get in there as well.
Right. So at minimum, I'll need 6 inches. Or maximum.
So declare on everything as well, because even if you only get in range with one of the basilisks, if we destroy the basilisk, you can follow up 3 inches.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll declare the Autarch as well against the basilisk. Not much chance, but I'll roll it anyway. No, not enough. Okay, so you go for it.
I'll declare charge on everything again then.
Yep. So just 2d6, see what you get.
And hope I get. That's enough.
9. That'll get you all the way to the Inquisitor. It will. You can wrap around and walk right up to the Inquisitor.
I'm Lycus Santor.
Pay a CP to activate Catachan's vicious traps on Lycus.
Oh, yeah.
It is not successful. I will spend a CP to reroll the die. Got him.
What does this do?
You take 2 mortal wounds.
He's dead.
Am I?
He has 3 wounds, I believe.
Oh, 3? I thought we were all 2 win models pretty much. Lycus. Oh, 3 wounds here, sorry, yeah.
It's mostly dead.
That's right.
Mostly.
As he
I thought
charges forwards into the woods against a Catachan prepared force, he finds himself falling into pits covered with poison sticks.
That was the only mistake about targeting the basilisk, I guess.
Hashtag wrecked. Got him. Got him. I knew when you started talking about basilisks, I was like, that one stratagem that I never thought I'd get a chance to use. Man, I feel like every single time I spent CP this match, I have to spend a whole bunch just to make it work. 1 mortal wound away from getting you, Lycus. I just want to recall that. Friends, we'll cut back to the rest of the charge phase in a moment, if it's necessary. I don't know if Kalrak.
I could really use Agrim right now. I could use a barbarian on my side of the field.
Agrim just, what's it called? Steel rains himself down onto the battlefield. Lycus, you run up to the Inquisitor, who's just cleaning off her Inferno pistol. She sees you approaching, and it's just like, well, you're the first person on your side that isn't, Eldari to make it over here. Do you have something to say for yourself before I execute you?
I would like to request a ceasefire.
No. Is that all you have to say?
I would like to ask, why are you shooting my teammates?
I am establishing the presence of the Inquisition on this planet. It would appear that there are filthy Xenos everywhere I look.
There's already an Inquisitor on this planet.
I do
Definitely Ordo Xenos.
I do not accept that Inquisitor. When I received a message from him, the date on the message was incorrect.
There's been quite some time we had any contact with any sort of the Imperium here.
How long?
100 years or so.
Can you prove that?
Man, this Inquisitor's really fucking stupid.
I can. Is that something that could be easily proven?
I feel like let's make whatever the persuasion roll is for this system.
That would be persuasion.
Fantastic. Good luck.
Well,
Difficulty
that makes it
5.
easy.
Inquisitor doesn't understand how time works at the Imperium. Interesting.
Oh, I think this Inquisitor understands exactly how time works in the Imperium.
I mean, obviously not.
Perhaps
Whatever the warp
time
pulls
flows
you out at.
differently here.
Wouldn't be the first time that a timestamp error has caused mass death in the
Yeah.
Imperium.
I have a 7, so I need difficulty 5.
Getting involved with the Inquisition is always terrible.
So,
Yeah, Wrath dice too.
And you have 2 points of whatever.
Don't forget as well that you can use your ability to quote the name of your Inquisitor to add your number of dice equal to your rank, so that's 2 extra dice.
Correct.
sweet.
You have to do that in the conversation, though.
Yes, I mean obviously.
Yes. Well, hit me with it.
Acolyte to Inquisitor.
Yes. What's his name?
Lycus Santoro.
I
Calvus
don't
Cinemas.
know any Inquisitor named Lycus Santoro.
Oh, shoot.
Your boss.
My boss?
Yes.
Fuck.
Calvus Cinemas.
Thank you.
I even said it at the beginning of the stream. It's fine.
You did. That's what made me feel bad.
Yeah, you should feel bad.
You should, yeah.
It's episode 12.
I mean, I didn't remember it.
It's
either,
the most
so-
important NPC.
I hate him, so I don't care to remember his name.
Wow. Well, you hate
All right,
everybody,
9
so.
dice.
No, I just hate him.
That is a terrible roll. Have you got any Wrath points?
I like to use the command points.
Nope. But you can use a Wrath.
Do I have Wrath? I'll
Yeah,
definitely
you
use
have 2
Wrath.
points of
You-
Wrath.
Yeah, you technically have 2.
I mean, you definitely want to succeed on this.
So you got to take the 4s and the 1 out, because it's a complication regardless. No.
What the fuck?
Allow the Wrath. There we go. All right, it would technically succeed.
That's 6 successes, but nothing to shift and a complication.
Okay. She begins looking through some paperwork that you hand her. She begins voxing things in, and in the process, she pulls out her Inquisitorial rosette. And at the bottom, dangling off it, like someone would have like a little rabbit icon dangling off their keychain, is the Ordo Chronos symbol. And she says, "Very well."
Wow, you went there, Arthur.
Yeah, I
Wow.
went there. I went. This guy, the fucking Kalrak's over here, like, you don't know shit about time, and I'm like, I know nothing but time. I'm literally the Lord of Time over here. She says, "Very well. I can see now why his message was sent with the wrong dating system, which is still heresy. But I will meet with your Inquisitor Calvus Cinemas and see if we can clear up this chrono heresy."
Thank you.
Oh, she's gonna kill him.
No, I still maintain she's an idiot. Calls a bad time stamp heresy. It's like, what the fuck?
I'll inform you of that. You'll be on your way.
Excellent. She begins turning all of the guardsmen nearby, and it's just like, stand down, stand down. Inquisitorial Acolyte Lycus Santoro has resolved this situation. And several of the guardsmen begin pulling out their voxes and are like, "Oh shit, is that Hero of the Imperium Lycus Santoro?" They all begin taking pictures with hashtag Inquisitorial Acolyte? Question mark. I assume. Oh yeah. So here's how it goes for your side of
I
the
like
battlefield.
walk up, put my arm around him, and just for one shot.
Hagram, on your side of the battle, because you aren't here and you don't see any of this, the Bulgarins are like 10 seconds away from using their giant meat hammers from beating all of your guys to death. They just turn around and lower their shields and start walking backwards off the battlefield. All the guardsmen like sit down, pull out little folding chairs, and begin eating rations.
I'm so tempted just to keep shooting the fucking Bulgrins.
What's happening over here? Are you spawning in more units?
No, I'm just organizing my... Because I'm going to, at some point, have a word with this fucking Inquisitor, because we've lost fucking 10 Battle Brothers to her fuckery. Because she wanted to have an Inquisitorial pissing match over the wrong fucking date format. And so
Why
the
not
Iron
have
Hand-
that? Why not hit me with that now? While I guess that the four of you plus her are waiting for a transport to go talk to Calidus Cinevis. This old grandmother is just kind of standing around next to all of you, just looking around. Would any of you like any tea or anything?
I'd like an
off to the
apothecary.
side, talking to the troops about how I gunned down the.
I did it.
Commissar.
I achieved what none of us had
the
done before.
commissar.
Ben, I killed a commissar. I know that makes me a god among you, but don't tell anyone. Kalrak, I want to give you an opportunity to speak your mind.
I'm gonna come out of left field and hold a bolt pistol to this old bitch's head.
She just kind of looks at you out of the side of her eye. And...
Give me one reason why I shouldn't reduce your brains to pulp against this wall. 10 of my brothers died due to your stupidity. Really? Incorrect date formats? Do you realize how many loyal servants of the Imperium died due to your stupidity? Are you insane?
I would not expect you to understand the importance of the Ordo.
I'm gonna
Chronos'
fire it
work.
off to the side and ream it at her head.
I mean, I feel like this is the situation where you have hundreds of guardsmen pointing
I
weapons
don't
at you.
really care.
She says, I appreciate your devotion to the Imperium.
Obviously you don't.
There are things that are more important than the individual lives of a Space Marine battle brother.
Time stamps? Really? Time stamps. If it was a Tyranid invasion, that'd be one thing, but we're talking about a time stamp.
I would not expect one who only sees his own motivations and not that of the
We
entire
are not
Imperium.
your playthings, old woman. Be glad that I've been psycho-conditioned to have some self-control, or I would splatter your brains against this wall in front of all these men, and die if I have to.
For an Iron Hand, you seem rather emotional right now.
Well, if you knew anything about us, you would know we turned down our emotional inhibitors in combat just for this such fury. Be glad I have some measure of control left.
She's just like looking around, still offering like a thermos of tea over to Antipho, and it's just like, yes, combat. I can see how threatening this situation might look to you.
I'm just gonna growl and walk away.
Antipho like sips some tea. Yeah.
Well, that was intense. Shouldn't someone be shooting her? So she's like pointing to Eshairr.
Just look over my shoulder. No.
So you're okay with that display of shooting a bolt pistol at a loyal Inquisitorial agent, but the alien in our midst is okay.
I'll just turn around. You said you did not recognize our Inquisitor's authority because of a fucking timestamp. Well, I don't recognize yours because you needlessly threw away the lives of hundreds of loyal Imperial soldiers over a timestamp error.
Just kind of look around. Yeah.
Your best bet, you old hag, would be to shut up and get out of here.
The
Can
situation
someone
has
rid me of this meddlesome battle brother at some point?
Kalrak, go
Nah.
sit
some tea.
somewhere temporarily.
Apologies, Inquisitor. I am here.
No,
or my people
please
are
don't
here at
talk.
the request.
Nope. I don't care. Just don't.
Lady Inquisitor, this whole situation, if I may say, has been fucked.
If this is
It
the
is.
best, if this is the best the Imperium has, we are well and truly screwed.
Good tea though.
Morons like this trying to lead men.
Yeah, so when you say that, she sips at the tea as well. And it's like, yes, well, you know. I try to procure only the finest supplies wherever I can. It's rather difficult. One battlefield to another, you know.
Eshairr and the rest of the Eldar have been our allies in our fight against the chaos.
I'm sure this will be the highlight topic to speak with your Inquisitor Calidus Cinevis about.
Excuse me, I need to go see a medic.
I love the idea that like half of your arm is missing.
I think Kalrak took a mortal wound from the bombardment too.
Yeah.
I think he got immediately healed though.
That was a ancient that got healed back.
No. Fortunately for me, the only apothecary here that I know of is one of a marine that has a meal much larger than what is needed for me.
Is there anything anyone wants to do on the transport back to the governor's palace?
If the Inquisitor's there, I'll probably shut up. So
Oh yes, yes. I think that the scene that we see is the door of Cinevis's lair closing, as our new Inquisitor says, "They aren't even authorized to be in this room. This is a Death Watch situation." As the door. Remember how Kalrak was shouting before? Imagine that Cinevis is now shouting, and also the old woman through solid whatever steel doors, just unlimited amounts of screaming.
Good lungs on those ones. Like, take a bite of a power bar, offer another one to Kalrak.
Cannot believe we're caught in the middle of an inquisitorial pissing match.
Well,
For
who
now,
knows?
we should
Maybe one
go-
of them will kill the other one.
Hopefully they'll kill each other.
For now, we should go back to our business while they handle their dick measuring contest in there, if I should say.
you don't think we should stay here and wait for the result?
I
Could be interesting.
do not know. I really don't care at the moment, unfortunately, after this whole scenario. It's been a waste for both sides. It'll take some time for both sides to recover, I imagine.
Well, not entirely a waste. I drilled that commissar.
I'm glad
I
you
love
got
the
a
idea that
personal
you're
achievement
bragging
the most
about
you
that. Jesus.
I'm glad you were able to get an achievement that most of your brothers are not able to do.
Good shot, too. Full auto.
All your shots are full auto.
Of course they are.
I think I've only seen you shoot a number of 2 times without shooting everything in your magazine or battery cell.
And
It's about this time that all of you get a group vox.
Run.
Lycus will answer it.
Okay. See a man sitting on a bench. He's just like, "Hello, is anyone here? Hello?"
hello?
Yeah, he like raises his leg up, and you can see that it's been chopped up at the foot and replaced with a prosthesis.
It's a
Oh,
guy
that
we chased down. Yeah.
I'm back here. You guys left to go do that fight thing. I'm still here.
Yes, we'll be on our way.
Well, I mean, I got a call from that guy that you wanted me to go meet with. He wants to meet with me right away.
We'll jog on over.
I'm on the other side of the planet, so
We'll go to Storm Eagle. We'll be there soon.
I don't think you will. What do you want me to do here?
We'll be there in a few minutes.
No.
To have your meeting, we'll be on our way. If you're done by that time, then so be it.
Okay. All right. Is there anything you want me to do, or you just want me to accept payment? What am I doing?
Accept payment, and if he offers you another job, take it.
Okay.
Remember to stay light on your feet.
He just cuts the comm at that point. Just you could tell that was a very upsetting thing to say to him.
Let's be on our way.
Indeed, let's hop to it.
I guess we're getting a space Uber again.
As you head back over there, you get a call from Calidus Cinevis, who says, "Acolyte,
Yes, Inquisitor?
Do you know what a Vigilus time system is?
Is that something that I would know?
No.
No, sir.
I'm going to need you to research this.
I will at once.
No, keep doing what you're doing. I just want to make it clear that I have at some point ordered you to research this. I would like you to place it at the bottom of your priority list at all times. Understand? If there is anything more important for you to do, I want it on the record that you do that other thing first.
Excellent. I will note that at the bottom of my list.
I have just finished my discussion with one who refers to themselves as a guardian of history. Apparently, there has been many developments in the Imperium during our 100-year absence.
Yes, and one that warrants immediate attack.
It has been calm here compared to other places. Only one demonic surge from the warp is considered good nowadays.
Suppose they didn't decide to send out that message to the other planets before they just randomly went out and
I will
declared.
be taking charge of informing the other planets in the sector as part of my duties here as, well, the true Imperial Governor. Our new Inquisition friend has brought along a team with her.
Is it to fill in for the ones that we've lost?
No, we'll need to continue to recruit for ourselves. We are not to interfere with their mission. Our own, however, takes priority.
Very well.
The fleet brings many changes, more than I can list here, Acolyte, but if you see... I'm sorry, I don't remember any of their names. The Space Marine Battle Brother. Let him know that there are new Marines in town. Something called Primaris. Our rogue trader host has brought with him many gifts.
Maybe we can speak. I'll speak with them later, see what they offer.
I understand that the Battle Brother was upset.
That's putting it mildly.
I see.
Honestly, it was probably lucky that he didn't decide just to shoot her in the head at the spot.
I was under the impression he did try to shoot her on the head at the spot.
No, it was a warning shot.
Acolyte, I want to make something extremely clear with you. If another member of your team attempts to fire on an Inquisitor, all of you will be purged. It doesn't matter which Inquisitor it is. Such heresy cannot be allowed. There is a exception this time for extenuating, deeply emotional circumstances. And because she is irritating.
That will be noted.
Very well. Do you have anything further to report?
I am attempting to head out to find our heretic that caused the mess back at the church.
Yes, what is his name?
Is the cultist leader Talron Aspects.
I believe it's Talbot Aspects. But that's close enough, so I will give you partial credit.
It says here on the figures Talron.
Yeah, it was Talrond all the time, and then last game it seemed to change to Talbot, but it was always Talrond.
My notes have always says Talbot.
Explains why the timestamp was fucked.
Here I am trying to tell a cool story about one of the weird orders of the Inquisition. Now I got Atomic over here exploding into high orbit, fueled by his rage.
I don't know why a Order of Xenos Inquisitor would have a Death Watch team either, but that's here nor there.
He hangs up the call. You might be right. It might be Talrond Aspects. Let me look at the first instance of his name. You're right. It's Talrond Aspects. You got me. You were correct and I was wrong. I get points for partial credit. Which, as we know, when it comes to Newton's second law, no points. Friends,
Sometimes you got to think on your feet.
when you arrive, all you find at the rendezvous location is your new friend with the cybernetic foot missing the top half of his body.
I think you're going to say just the foot.
What's more, this crime scene has been staged to look like Gene Stealer fake attack. You've already seen all the signs of this before by Talrond. Strange blue liquid, claw-like weaponry, blood left smeared, but it's pretty clear that this is just like food gel and some chemicals.
Just kind of like kneel down over the body. I feel like there may be some heresy afoot.
Is this actually in like a civilized area, or is this out in the wilderness of the world?
So this is in the town attached to the Imperial Guard training base here in a alleyway. And this isn't a hive, right? This isn't a hive world, just that the capital is a hive city. So this is, like a nice, sunny, outdoor location. He's just been pulled behind a warehouse and, loading dock area. No real clear lines of sight to any place else, and this in upper torsoed.
Is there any security cameras nearby? Servers, your whatnot?
Great question. Why don't you make an investigation check?
Sure. It seems like something I would do.
Does seem like something you do, and it actually seems like something you're good at.
Where's that at? 8. I don't know. With my luck tonight, after getting 3 6s, it kind of just went downhill.
If I'm recalling, some of you have updated your sheets, and you sent me new PDF copies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys are all in promoted status right now, so you should be able to left-click on your sheets, go to the custom thing, and then change the images to whatever the new image is. You'll have to host it somewhere first, but...
I'll need to export it to a JPEG as well, from a PDF to a JPEG.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have to do a JPEG? Okay.
Yep.
I'll have to do that after the show. So
It's fine. Lycus, hit me with your investigation. You need a 3. You're looking for picks around here. Security picks. Are you rolling in?
Yeah, he's rolling in my tray.
Wow.
Is
Well,
that yours?
yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You aced it.
Friends usually ask before they do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
At least buy him a drink first. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I was wondering why there's still a wrath point there. I pitched
So
mine.
I still had a wrath point.
Well, not anymore. I guess Pondo just steals it at some point.
No, I didn't steal yours.
You succeed. Would you like to bump up? I believe you had 2 6s and a 4, right?
Yes.
Yep. And one of the 6s is the rat is on the. Is the rat die?
Yes.
So I like to bump that up to get as much information as I possibly can.
Very well. You do find a nearby Pict. It does still images about every 15 seconds. Whatever seconds pass for in the Warhammer 40K universe. I don't know. There's probably some special word for it.
I
Warhammer
think
40K.
it's called seconds.
You know what? You'd say that, but I'm sure that there might be some divisible by 10 unit. They're very imperial.
Seconds are divisible by 10.
Very well. Well, I mean, everything is divisible by 10, really. What I meant was whole numbers divisible by 10. All right, you know what? Not going to continue this conversation. You very clearly get about 12 shots of Talrond Aspects approaching, speaking with this guy for a while. Every new picture has a different gesture, and then at some point, Talrond just one image is the guy talking to Talrund, and the next image is the guy lying on the ground. Talrund is choking the top half of his body and carrying him away, and cloaked and hooded figures begin emerging from around the corner. Talrund steps into the version of a civilian white panel van as these guys begin staging the crime scene and then getting on hover bikes and riding away like cool badasses.
Is there any numbers on the civilian van?
Absolutely. Yeah, you get a very clear identification read on it.
I'd like to take the numbers to that and give them to whatever source I need to get those numbers tracked,
Okay.
or to see who owns that and then get them tracked.
It's time to go talk to any friends you have in the Administratum.
Yeah. If I could vox them, that'd be...
After about 2 minutes, someone picks up the Vox and is like, hello?
Yes, I would request a tracking of a vehicle.
Okay. Who is this?
This is like a Centauro.
I see. You're registered here as a member of the Inquisition. I understand. I am to be aiding your team very well. And like adjust his glasses. You understand that this process may take 3 to 6 days to see a return.
That is fine.
Is there any way we can speed that up?
That's highly irregular.
Of course it is. It's Inquisition business.
Well, I work, I'm in the Inquisition office right now. There's a lot going on here, A new Inquisitor arrived, and I have a lot of paperwork, apparently. I have to backdate all of my forms, every form I've ever made in my entire life, with the new Vigilus time system. It's...
Wouldn't it be a better use of your time to get irritating little things like this out of the way first?
Make a persuasion check. That's surprisingly good reason. Difficulty 3.
Can I assist?
Yes. How do you assist?
Yes, please, if you could get this out of the way so that way I can get along my business.
Okay, you roll first.
What's the difficulty?
3.
I'll do it on my rolling thing so that way I don't end up using SIDS.
Yeah, don't taint SIDS. You know what happens? You do that, and suddenly Cotton can't roll a 6 to save her life, okay?
Yeah.
What happens
That's
when
true.
Sid touches somebody else's dice?
That wasn't me. Holy shit. Should just let you roll to begin with.
Don't I get a couple more dice because I'm an Inquisitor? And
Only if you
I'm
use the name.
It's once per scene when you invoke the name of your Inquisitor.
Which you did
never
not
mind.
during
I'm
this.
not invoking.
Yes.
Never mind. That's fine.
How many bonus die can he hand over? Is it just 1 for success, or can he upshift?
So it's for each thing each 6 he can shift over adds an additional dice.
So you can shift
an
over
additional icon. So an additional icon on Sid's test. Yep.
Okay, so you can shift 1 over, which gives him 2 icons.
Yep.
So you literally need 1 success, Sid. That's all you need. 1 success. 1 success. And you roll.
Oh god, I got a complication.
A 1. Incredible.
The complication is
Did I just talk
myself?
myself into helping with paperwork? Is that
So what happens is this guy is like, I would be more than happy to help clear out some of the small stuff. He's like, I will get to your request just after I finish this one. And he holds up what is very clearly a face shot of the commissar that you killed. And he goes, I'm just sending a letter to this commissar, his wife, 2 of his daughters, 3 sons, and explaining that he was shot in the back by one Antipho Re Nuto, and informing them that he completed his entire service, attaching Antipho's personal contact data in case they wish to speak with him about the situation.
He was one day from retirement.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
sure that
one
won't
day
come back to
short
bite me in the
of.
ass.
I understand he was considered a great man by his troops.
He only
God
shot
damn
them
it.
on a rare occasion.
Oh, they were all dead. so
High
you can
holidays
just-
and the like. Yeah.
Yeah, so he gets around to beginning, finishing that. But then he says, it will be a few minutes before I finish, cross-typing all of these, filing it under the new calendar system. And then I will speak with the rest of the administratum, raid a tertiary data vault in order to find the information about this vehicle. If you'd like to stay on the line, I could play some Imperial authorized music for you.
Please do.
So he puts you on hold.
Elevator music.
And it begins playing choir music, right? It's just like a choir of young progeny all chanting hymns to the Emperor.
You're gonna say, is it a choir version of "It's a Good Day to Die"?
I feel like it's a choir version of You Can't Always Get What You Want.
You said there's a training campus and a Imperium training
Yes,
camp. Here?
you just recently fought outside that. That's where the battle took place.
For us, while we're still in this area, we can try to procure some more troops for you, Antipho.
Oh, troops. Yes. Oh, yes. There's a tank commander here that's just dying to meet you.
I'm sure he was dying before. If the man who was being shot up before was the one that you
Well, he's
gave
still
the
very
number
much
to-
alive. We still have the tank.
We still have the tank. I love that that's the thing he looks forward to.
I love that
Let's
tank.
just be moving. This has been a very, I almost want to say aggravating day.
Would you like me to comms Brody for you?
No. I might shoot you if you do.
Eshairr, I don't want to cut in on whatever you're doing. You seem like you're absorbed.
No, I'm good.
All right, I would love for a little bit of that Eldar wisdom here in regards to what happened in this episode. I'd love to get that fresh alien perspective on the inner political workings of the Inquisition.
So I'm actually, Eshairr is actually on the new Inquisitor's side here. There is,
I can't wait for this. Oh shit!
there is power in numbers. That whatever circumstances led to that particular conflict, and whatever outcome we have now is the outcome that was not so much preordained, but was derived from that first initial mistake. And so, yes, people died. It sucked. I always imagine a scene before, especially with all the Guardians clearing the way for Lycus, that there was an earlier scene with Lycus standing by the wave serpent with Eshairr and the Autarch talking in Eldari to the Guardians and not knowing what they're saying, while the subtitles for the audience are sort of saying that it's vitally important that this human gets to the Inquisitor. You need to clear a path for him, even if it means your own lives. That's the path that fate has created. So Eshairr is not distraught about the outcome or the death necessarily. And as soon as the Inquisitor's like, oh yeah, it was an issue with a timestamp. I mean, saying that she's from the Ordo Cronus implies it's not just a like an administrative error. It's something to do with the importance of the chronology. So that's why Eshairr is.
Was it like the most derogatory way to say human? Is that
Monkey.
Monkey. That's it. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
being there's no monkeys in space, I probably have no idea of that.
Well, I mean, the word Monkey actually it just translates to lesser race. It's a derogative, and it doesn't necessarily mean human. Orcs are Monkey as well, just that it's most usually used to refer to humans. But yeah, it pretty much just means it's a derogative meaning lesser person or lesser race. But so that's where Eshairr sits. So she's probably, being Eldari, her first inclination was to try and calm Kalrak, but sort of realized that going up to him and saying, she's right, this power in numbers probably wasn't going to actually wasn't going to end well, which is why she shut up.
Just got to bolt her back in your face.
Yeah. So right now, just focused on the task at hand. So I had one of the suggestions regarding finding the heretic, but like it looks like the path we've gone down now is actually quite a good one. It's better than my suggestion.
Very
What
well.
would have been your suggestion?
Oh, just that it's probably unlikely this cult is operating from this small town. So I was going to suggest I wouldn't have thought there would have been pics in a small town, but if there wasn't, I would have suggested looking into any sort of flight records of vessels going to and from the main hive to here, because probably they came out here to do this in the backwoods, but they're not actually operating in this small town.
We should probably follow up on that as well.
As you're having this conversation, I'm going to cut his foot off and reclaim his cybernetic foot.
Yep.
I was going to suggest that you
You've
take
acquired
that,
one
actually.
cybernetic foot. You can list that as an acquisition on your sheet, and as you know, when you have enough of those, you can turn it into some wealth.
An asset.
Yep.
Well, you know what? I've got this card here that says Luton.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah. What do you want to loot?
I don't know.
What rarity 5 item would you like to acquire, or whatever it is?
Is it 5? I think it's 3.
It's 5. It's 3 plus your rank.
No, it's the other one. This one is rarity 3 or less, or 3 reloads. It's different from the one with the rogue trader on it.
Well, I think there's some grenades that might be 3 or less. Good luck figuring out what you pull off of his dead pants.
Yeah, they just auto loot this here corpse.
You're about halfway to walking to the Imperial Guard base when you get a callback from, your Muzak turns off. People in the street are watching you go by with you've got your phone on speaker.
Oh, it's one of those people.
That's how I assume this conversation with Lycus is going, right? So that all of you, because Antipho got involved in the conversation, so it has to be on speaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is Lycus. Lycus is the guy who listens to gangster raps in the subway.
That's probably what it was at first.
Probably got a boombox too. He's one of those guys.
Yeah, 100%. Lycus Santoro, hero of the Imperium, extremely rude passenger.
He's got a servo skull, but it just carries a boombox around following him
with just a speaker in its mouth.
I don't know. Lycus
those exist. Those the Vox servo skulls are a big thing.
Now I'm thinking he might actually just be like a Katy Perry on his iPhone on speaker mode.
Ouch.
Yeah. You get the message like, "Hello, is anyone there? It's your friend."
Yes, I'm here.
So very loudly he says, "All right, Acolyte of the Inquisition." And everyone in the area is like, "Inquisition? That's not real. Hey, is that?" He's like, "Lycus Santoro, I've got the information you're looking for." And everyone in the
Lycus
area is like,
puts it on, turns it off on speaker. What do you have?
Here is the hab where that particular vehicle is registered to, but it appears that there was a visit 2 days ago by the local law enforcement officers. Not, interestingly enough, the governor's forces, as one might assume in this location, but actually the sorry, I forget the name of them. I want to say Justicar, but that's not right. Arbites. Yeah. So Arbites showed up, cleared out a dead body, and now the hab has been reoccupied.
Reoccupied by who?
I will send you their information. Looks like Talrond Aspects, according to these records. Loyal citizen of the Imperium.
Used his real name? Surprising.
Is there a possible way I can have that vehicle tracked?
In what way? I suppose we could send a few, if you require them, flying units over there, some bombers.
Ooh, bombers.
I just need to know, I just need to have the vehicle found along with its owner.
Very well, I will inform a strike team to head there immediately.
I do not know they're in this area as of right now, but...
If you'll give me one moment, I will fill out the paperwork and then send a message to the local Imperial Guard garrison.
How long did it take us to get to here by the time...
From where?
from the Inquisition bunker?
I would say like 6 hours.
Okay.
So he's like, is there anything else I can do for you, Acolyte Lycus Santoro of the Inquisition?
That'll be all. Just inform me when you have the vehicle found. If
Very well.
possible, do not have him not engaged. Just notify me.
I will need to update the paperwork. I was almost done finishing. You said, do not engage. I just want to confirm very quickly here, Acolyte, because previously you said all that matters is that the vehicle is found. But now you're saying do not engage. Which one is it?
Fine. Engage.
Located but
please
not
confirm-
destroyed.
I'm sorry,
So
was there
let's be
someone else
clear
on
with
this
these
line?
things.
For some reason, I thought you had taken it off speaker.
I need to know that. Honestly, I mainly need Talron aspects. I need to find him. His vehicle can be found with him. Good. I do not want to lose him in case someone engaged him and he got away.
Very well. All right, I will update that the vehicle is not important, and all that is important is capturing one Talron aspects.
Yes.
And I can retrieve calling you back at this number?
Yes.
All right, I am now hanging up.
You realize
like-
now they're going to try and capture him without us, right?
So right as you're walking up to the guard station in front of the guard barracks, you notice that some sort of, again, I am not knowledgeable on the special operations aircraft of the Imperial Guard, but whatever would pass for a Black Hawk,
Theory.
with
Yeah,
Tempestus hanging off the side of it, waiting to drop, begins blasting off like barely over head height for all of you and heading over the city. You can't hear what they're saying, but you could see that they're like taking out sensors and scanning everywhere, doing some aspects.
Oh, could have gone with him.
So the guard at the gate of the base is just like, "Ho! You seem like you're in charge." He points to Antipho.
Actually, no. My friend here, Lycus Santoro, is in charge.
Lycus Santoro, here of the Imperium.
The one and only.
Hey, I heard he was a member of the Imperial Inquisition. Is that true?
No, let us in.
I don't recall.
So, so he looks confused at that, and he's just like, okay. Wait, I think I know all of you. Didn't we just try to kill each other? He like points at Kalrak, and he's like,
Possibly.
yeah, for sure. I definitely was shooting at you like several hours ago. All right.
And you need to practice more. For I'm still here.
Well, that is what my commanding officer tells me. All right, I'll let you guys in. So he like presses a button and the door makes a noise to let you know that you can open the door.
I will open the door.
As you head inside, it's your typical standard layout Imperial Guard base. You've seen 100 of them.
Suppose we can speak with your tank commander to see if he can maybe help procure us some more troops for you.
When you
Good,
say
I
that,
texted him 5 minutes ago.
I want to be super clear. As you walk on the base, he Tokyo drifts around the building, tearing up the concrete. He's just like, I heard Lycus Santoro was here. He's heading towards you at high speed. He uses the parking brake to make the whole tank turn sideways and tilt dangerously towards you. As it stops, the whole tank back on the correct side and just hops out, waving the sword around. Is like, you're Lycus Santoro, aren't you? I'm Brody, tank commander.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, I really admire, everything that you do here for us. Hero of the Imperium, I really, really admired the way that you personally put yourself in danger, like heavily wounded danger, in order to talk to that rogue Inquisitor.
Just like standing behind Brody, just belly laughing silently.
Yes, thank you. I
Aren't we
was
supposed to
wondering
be
if-
shooting her? He points at Eshairr.
No.
Are you sure? I mean, I'm pretty sure the last orders I received were to kill all Xenos, but...
Not these ones.
Okay, well, whatever you say. You're like a Santoro. Hey, could you sign this for me?
In one condition, if you can help us procure more troops for our team.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, he puts his arm around you and gets a selfie real quick. Did you sign my uniform and my tank?
Your uniform and your tank, wouldn't that disgrace your uniform?
No, absolutely not. Look, it's like those guys you've seen, Battle Brothers walking around, scrolls hanging off their armor. I'm just gonna bring that back for the Imperial Guard.
Sure. Start signing his uniform. Probably like the helmet or something.
Somewhere, as you get close to the tank with a pen, an Adeptus Mechanicus engine seer dies in anger. Just falls over dead.
I sense something in the world has gone terribly wrong.
He slaps the tank and says, "That's great. What can I help you with, Lycus?"
It seems from the last battle that we've lost quite a bit of troops that we need to be replenished. If you can assist us in that manner of trying to procure more.
I'll do my best, but my unit was beat up pretty bad.
If you can just give me the information who I need to talk to.
I got 3 guys without a mortar. Win them.
Yes. Who do I need to speak to try to procure more equipment and
the brigade commander here, I would suspect.
Is he here at the moment?
Yes.
Do you have a means that I'd be able to contact him for?
For Lycus Santoro, absolutely.
Thank you.
We only actually lost like 20 guard, didn't we? That were the only guard forces that were lost, just the actual soldiers.
We lost like
The
a whole
mortar.
And the mortar.
And a mortar.
Yeah, the mortar. That's the mortar itself. Yeah, okay.
then
I'm just thinking
the,
from the Imperial Guard point of view, because that's what you had. Was you had the mortar, the 2 units, the commander, and the tank commander, and the regular tank.
I almost got that tank commander. Oh, it was close.
It was very
Yeah.
close.
Yeah,
he's been marked by fate to die.
Sounds like he's been marked by fate to live from Eshairr's point of view. If he was supposed to die, he would have. As this guy leads you towards the brigade commander's office, you get a call on your Vox.
I'll answer it.
The guy who answers is wearing an Imperial Guard uniform, a Tempestus, and he's just like, "Sir, are you Lycus Santoro, Acolyte of the Inquisition?"
Don't mention the last part again, but yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure to get a positive identification. We've got your Talrund aspects here. So he like takes the Vox and shows you a guy who's had his leg blown off. He's like missing an eye that's been punched out of his face. He's covered in bruises. It looks nothing like the Talrund aspects that you know.
Oh crap.
That's the wrong one.
Okay, we'll go search the city for every Talrund aspects we can find. Got it.
Just look for the one that owns the vehicle. Did they give you the vehicle
Yeah, he like
number?
turns the camera and he's like, "That vehicle over there?"
Son of a bitch.
Huh. Clever bastard. Where
I
did you
mean-
inspect that vehicle?
Acolyte, you may still want to interrogate this guy. If he's using the same vehicle, his name is probably not just a coincidence. He may know something.
That's fair. Please attempt to keep him alive, so that way I can talk to him later.
It's
Just bring
just
him
on
back.
attack, sir. We're gonna need to get an apothecary down here or something.
Yes, just do your best to keep him alive.
Absolutely.
And just bring him back to the base.
Understood.
Thank you.
The professional side of this call complete, sir?
Yes.
The personal note, the boys and I would really love to get an autograph from Lycus Santoro here at the Imperium. Maybe when we meet up?
If that man makes it alive and is able to talk, you will get your autographs.
Understood, sir. He cuts the comms.
Hopefully that'll give him motivation to make sure he lives.
Whatever frail reasoning you need in your heart.
It's been a very missed day. All right. I guess next episode we can just talk to the brigade commander.
I think next episode will be the brigade commander. Instead, I would like to... How to say this correctly? James, you brought up an interesting point last week in our private conversation. You know, the ones where we laugh and giggle about how I'm going to kill Pond of the Mad's character like a Santoro. Spend all week plotting.
Every day, literally.
I wish this was true, but it's actually not. Maybe I should start getting tactical advice from James ahead of time. Everybody else is doing it, and on other shows too. Rad is like, yeah, I just asked James what we should do this episode, and I'm like, shit, here I am just working with a fucking hand calculator over here.
I only ask him certain role questions that I don't really remember.
James is a living cogitator.
As opposed to an unliving cogitator?
I did offer to Pondo to make a calculating Excel spreadsheet for Battletech Destiny.
Oh, we found someone with who filled out the auto. Well, it's not autofill, but it's a PDF
with form fillable fields.
Yeah, form fillable fields. Yeah. I don't know that you need an autocalc for that. The system doesn't seem to be complex enough to require it.
So you can set up autocalcs in those form fillable fields.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
I was thinking moving forward that perhaps everyone would make a list for a 2,000 point army of their faction or factions in the case of Lycus Santoro here of the Imperium. And then before a battle, I would give you guys a point limit, and you would pull what you wanted from each of your factions divided by 4, right? So if it's a 2,000 point game, you would pull 500 unit from your battle. That way we could get a Battletech-like situation where over the season your forces start to get grinded down and losses have a very serious meaning. If that happens, though, there will probably be less instances of things where you would recruit units in the role-playing side of things for the battlefield.
That sounds fine.
Anyone
have any comments, concerns, yay, nay, ups, downs?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Arthur, so far you've created a lot of opportunities in the game for us to go and find new gear. I mean, maybe put it back on the players that, you know, you don't go and create those opportunities. The players have to actually come up with avenues they want to pursue to try and get more gear, rather than simply being handed things every other episode. Not, I mean, certainly we need that right now with the way it's set up right now. But if we're going to go to having a bigger list and drawing from that list, then I think that we as characters and players should be thinking about, okay, what do I need next? Who do I have to go and speak to get that?
So my big concern is that means over the next week you guys need to come up with either a hyper-specific or hyper-generalist 2,000 point list that will take you through the whole rest of the season.
Are you playing a war game next session?
No. It'll be RPG. But, so I mean, I want to have the list ready.
Commanders, yeah.
Well, like half my list is already done because both my things cost like almost 500.
Sid's just going to do like an entire battalion detachment of Punishers.
Oh wait, that armor. I'm just going to get a couple armigers more.
Don't get the armigers. Get the full on.
Just get the. If you're going to just spend the points, get the fucking proper one.
Yeah, I would get the real ones.
Don't get the baby ones.
You know, get Make your whole list one unit. Get rid of everything else and just be like, this giant walking battle tank is.
Yeah, I've
mean,
got 4
what-
knights. So today I'll pick the knight most suitable for this mission.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that's. I mean, people do that. That's like the current meta is like, how the fuck do you just beat knights?
So I mean, is that what you're gonna really do? You're gonna make a knight list then?
But it's, I mean, I
Just be
only
clear,
got-
you can wipe your current list. I don't give a shit about it. You can. You're,
I like the armature. The
course you do.
Landlighter is all right. There's not much benefit unless I go into Battle Sisters, but the problem with Battle Sisters is I won't have really much to use the full benefit of them for, because
well, you can pick up Imperial Guard now, or even Space Marine.
There are substantial benefits to Imperial Knights that the full-size ones ponder, given that they don't suffer the penalty of moving and firing heavy weapons, and they can walk away from melee combat and still shoot. That's probably the 2 big weaknesses of the armature.
Plus, they have ion shields, don't they?
Yeah, so do armatures.
The armor does. Okay.
yeah, it was a 5+ on the armature. I don't know. I'll
Yeah,
think
well,
about it.
yeah.
It's
You can have a giant fucking chainsword.
yeah, I was thinking about that because apparently we have a lot of melee problems.
You
And
want a chainsword the size of a bus? Here's a chance.
That would clear up a lot of melee problems.
yeah.
A chainsaw the size of a bus. Gosh, that
Or
sounds
they
like
got like chain halberds too, if I recall.
Darling
correctly.
in the Franks level shit.
Yep.
Harpoon.
It's funny. I don't know if you've read much of the Knight rules, but the other melee weapon they get is it's like a thunder fist. So it's like a giant fist which is wreathed in electricity. And
It's like
the
a thunder
rules say
hammer,
that
but a fist.
if you destroy a vehicle with it, that you can then choose another vehicle within a certain range to do D6 mortal wounds to. And at first I was thinking like, oh, it must be like arcing electricity. And I realized, no, it actually picks up the vehicle that's destroyed and throws it at the other vehicle.
That sounds awesome, and
Waste not, want not.
that sounds awesome. I would just get that just because of that. Just huck a basilisk into another one. Just... Here.
I have a great picture of somebody just made it. It's just a Redemptor Dreadnought just yeeting a rhino.
James, what are you thinking about for your list? 2,000 points, just general.
So, I mean, it's interesting because with the new book coming out next week, that traditionally, well, in 8th edition so far, aspect warriors have been in a pretty bad place. That they're not great overall, except for a couple of key standouts. And it looks like the majority of the stuff in the new book really brings aspect warriors up to scratch. And given that the sort of background I got for Eshairr is that she was an aspect warrior previously, it makes some sense to choose some of the aspects to potentially bring in. I mean, I was happy with a lot of the stuff I used in this session. Like the Wave Serpent did what I wanted to do, which was it soaked up a lot of wounds. It took 5 basilisks and a Lehman Russ and still survive that. So they're always nice. I mean, I would love to bring in some Elder Flyers, but they are sort of the thing that everyone complains about right now as being completely overpowered for undercosted. So I might leave those on the shelf for now because I don't want to be that guy.
Listen, I'm already getting it from the Heresy Council. Oh, I can't believe you lost 1,000 points up, and I'm just like, you be that guy if you want to be.
Didn't lose that.
Special weak
I mean,
conditions. I mean, we
yeah.
would have gotten wiped if that happened.
If it was an
we didn't have that.
annihilation battle, their right flank was close to collapsing. So, I mean,
I honestly
We would've
think
just
that
got
if
rolled.
we didn't have that one thing of going to talk to that Inquisitor, we probably would have eventually lost everything.
Yeah, but I
anyway.
wouldn't have put you in this battle without that kind of... There's no way you guys would have extended your lines and set up like that if you hadn't intended to talk to somebody. You could have hid behind your whole force behind a rock.
No, yeah, we would have used
Well, yeah, like,
terrain
the- the whole point of
Be able
us
to fire.
deploying in that right-hand side was we had 2 strategies: all deploy in a corner and hope to get to the Inquisitor before that right side, or our right side, got to us, in order to block it off, or delay them as much as possible, and then people go up on that left flank, which is what we decided to do. So, I mean, really, if that was an annihilation battle, there's no way we would have won it. So I don't know why people are, I mean, like you said, that was not your intent to win that way. So
So I'm hearing no flyers, James. Some aspect warriors, maybe. Oh wow, I got
Yeah.
real south on the word aspect. Aspect?
some aspect wars.
Yeah, I can't get it out. I can't get that mid-Atlantic right now. It's not happening.
Mine breaks up
Yeah,
from
I
time
mean,
to time. My Alabama
I-
accent.
I like a lot of Wraith constructs, but I don't know whether it fits with the fluff right now of the group that Eshairr has brought forward in terms of.
My first game of Warhammer 40K that I finished because one of them got stopped halfway was against the guy with the fucking Wraith Knight, and I was just like, "What is this giant toy walking on the battlefield?"
Wraith Knights do look weird.
That ended up being the only thing left by the end of the game on their side.
More stompy boys.
But like Wraith Guard are awesome with their automatic hitting strength 10 weapons, and they're like Bulgrin levels of survivability. Wraith Lords as well are hard to kill. They're like a toughness 8 dreadnought. But yeah, as I said, I'll probably go light on any sort of Wraith constructs purely from a fluff point of view. It doesn't really fit, I think, the group that would have come with the Eternal Dancer. I'll try and keep the fluff in the army.
Okay. Atomic, what are you thinking about Space Marines? Off the top of your head, I'm not going to hold you to this if you don't have a 2,000 point army ready.
I mean, I've got some ideas. Much like, you sit there and you're like, man, I kind of want a new PC, and you build a list, and then a month later you do another one. I do that with armies all the time. Definitely more vehicles, just because it's Iron Hand's thing is just vehicles, and I mean they're definitely a shooty army instead of a melee one. So probably some combination of, I mean, some decent ground troops, but definitely I need some like tech marines and some combination of heavy support with like maybe a dreadnought and a tank or two. I have to see. Yeah, definitely some of that. Definitely some of that region. So I'll definitely probably be able to provide a lot of fire support for, whatever anybody else decides to do.
Dude,
So-
I'm hearing tanks from you.
They have 4 tank commanders.
I don't know what to say to that.
And
Is
then
that-
a couple of Lehman Russ standard
Uh,
Lehman Russes. Too.
Might I recommend a couple of engine sears? That's probably be a very good idea.
Yeah.
Have you heard of super heavy tanks, Sid?
Have you heard of the Legend of the Baneblade?
I was going to
Go
say,
on.
get that 9 melee attack Baneblade using the crush them.
The Stormlord. The Stormlord is like the giant version of the Punisher.
Have they?
Got a Vulcan Mega Bolter.
Oh, Vulcan Mega Bolter.
Yeah, Titan-sized weapon on the front of the tank.
It's a Warhound weapon. Yeah, imagine the Gal-8 from an A10, but it fires things the size of watermelons.
And there's 2 of them side by side.
Yeah, the 2 of them side by side. It's pretty much like the biggest Gatling gun you're going to come across.
How many points is this thing?
It's quite a few.
380 or 480.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, it's met. But like Baneblades have like what, 11 guns on them, 9, something like that. It's a lot.
Baneblades have a stupid number because they've got the Baneblade cannon, auto cannon, a demolisher cannon, twin heady bolters.
I know
cannons,
there was a joke in,
and flamers.
at least among my circle, people used to call it the America personified as a tank because it just has guns pointing everywhere.
So,
You're not wrong.
how does the open topness of the Stormlord work?
So what it means, so open top vehicles, the troops inside can fire out.
Right?
So so you can put 40 guys inside a Stormlord, but only 20 models can shoot. Now here's the dodgy rule for it though. It says that when you put heavy weapons guys into a transport, they take up 2 spaces. So a heavy weapons guys in a squad or special weapons guys take up 2 bases. But it says that 20 models can shoot. It doesn't imply that heavy weapons guys take up 2 of the shooting spots. So you could actually do 5 groups of 5 special weapons squads with 4 flamers each, and then put all 25 guys inside the Stormlord, put on 2 sets of sponsons with heavy flamers, and so you're driving around this tank, which has
Fire everywhere.
28 D6 automatic hits.
Jesus.
Just
Christ.
drive it into the middle of the enemy and hit a button, and everything just goes whoosh.
Now
Have they-
that's.
Do you know if they fixed it James, the I remember you talking about it on your last podcast episode. The Demolisher cannon, how they updated it, but they didn't update it for what was it, Baneblades?
No, they did. They updated it for
did?
Beyblades.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
some
What they did
maybe
was-
saying something didn't get updated.
They made it different for Dark Angels. Dark Angels have different stat line
okay.
on their Demolisher cannon for some reason.
Yeah,
But the
which
other
is
nice
weird.
one for you, Atomic, is the six aggressors.
Yeah, aggressors are pretty
Doing
good.
the 72 plus 12d6 shots.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look
But
and
yeah,
see.
but it can get pretty boring for people if you're just rolling gigantic
Well,
multiple dice. Unless you're a all players love that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course orc players do. They don't have a choice. I mean, orcs have always been that way. I mean, that was the joke. You know, it's like there's a meme. It's just literally a bucket of dice. It's orc shooting phase. Where's your god now? It's just
Tyrion's
ridiculous. I think Tower are worse now, aren't they? They're even worse than orcs were.
No, they don't get this. They don't get the shit load of dice.
Okay, I thought somebody said they were
orcs
orcs.
and Tyranids are the ones where you've got to invest in dice companies to play.
Invest in dice companies. Have you seen that? You know that truck full of dice shipment fell over in the bridge, and somebody's like, "Oh, some orc player's shipment just fell off the back of a truck."
It's the world's largest roll. Whole
Yeah.
pallet of dice spilled out on the road.
It's like waiting for the boys. Yeah, we'll have to see. I know just like Iron Hands, they're more specialized in long range fire support and stuff. So it definitely would be more of a
Well, if
trying
there's
to support
Primaris
them.
there, you've got to get yourself an executioner. Repulsor
Yeah.
executioner.
Well, executioner with Papa Pharaohs. I mean, you know, you can't go wrong with that. So I'll look and see. It definitely be pretty good. But we got a week, so.
You all can take 10 experience points and mark yourselves up at rank 3. The word of Lycus Santoro spreads even further across the planet, gaining you more renown.
I gotta update my sheet again. Oh well.
Right, my home Wrath&Glory game, we had no XP for like the 6 months we've been playing, and suddenly the GM dropped 52 XP on us in one go last time.
Wait, how much
Yeah.
XP did we get?
10.
10.
Well, it's like what was it? AP, you said your was it Monday or Tuesday game? They were complaining they went like a week without XP. You're like the new game plus guys are like it's like 5 or 6 sessions in a row now without any XP. Stop your whine.
Don't worry, I designed something specifically for you, Atomic.
Oh, yeah?
It's a whole dungeon based on Atomic.
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
bump up my willpower by a point.
So,
So
we're
we're
going
just-
for Vigilus dating now, Arthur.
Sorry?
We're going for Vigilus dating now in the game.
Yeah, Vigilus dating system. Look, I don't know how it works exactly. I've read the article several times, and they're like, the first number is the most important, and I'm like, okay, so like a 0 means it was on Terra, and anything else means it was someplace that's not Terra.
Oh, that's the old dating system.
Ah, okay.
Now, the new one is just
Since
number
the
point number
Cicatrix
number.
Maledictum, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, so and it's basically the first number is number of years, and the 3 digits after that are the number of 8-hour 45-minute segments in that year. Because they divided 1 year by 1,000.
Remember when I was like, I don't know, how do they do time? Seconds? Something divisible by 10? And you were like, no, Arthur, that's stupid. And then you're like, oh, yeah, time is in 8-hour 45-second blocks. Of course,
8-hour
perfectly
45-minute
logical.
blocks. Chrono segments, they're called.
What the fuck? It's not divisible by any reasonable number. How did they determine 8 minutes and 45 seconds?
8 hours
8
and
hours,
45 seconds is 1/1000th of a year.
Because of a leap year on Terra. Wow. That's so painful. Oh.
Well, there's a hole in it's in one of the newer books. I mean, there's just literally just an entire thing of the Adeptus Mechanicus and the Administratum dedicated to tracking time on each individual planet of the Imperium. So yeah, no, shit's stupid.
Bureaucracy in full effect.
Oh yeah, no, it's insane.
when I was looking over the Inquisition article before playing this game, and I'm talking designing the idea of an Inquisition team, I saw Ordo Chronos there, and I knew for sure that there would be an Ordo Chronos storyline 100%. And I'm just so glad that Atomic exploded.
It is literally the dumbest fucking thing you could have done.
Look, them being here because of a dating issue is probably the least bad way they could be here. You know?
Yeah, sure.
Someone's fucking with time.
But they
that would
could,
be more of a
she
concern.
couldn't, I don't know, send a messenger or something. She just had to fucking drop on the planet and start killing people.
I'm just imagining she's got a warband, which is like 4 people, all like our evil versions as such, you know, like our rival warband. So there's like a Xenos and a Space Marine, and but they're all like slightly twisted versions of us.
I feel like they would be the good versions of all of you.
No, not if they're not if they're dealing with the Inquisition. I'm listening to the first. I'm listening to the second one of the Death Watch books, and like half the book are these 2 Inquisitors trying to fucking kill each other. Like, it just, holy shit. It's like they get nothing useful done. They're just trying to keep each other from doing like the dumbest shit. And it's like, really? This is what you're using all your infinite power and resources on, is just trying to. It's like, oh God. And it's like, it's the most just like the smallest shit. They're just trying to spite each other. Oh, this fucker ate the last donut. Let's go to galactic war. It's like, what the fuck? Come on.
So what you're saying is that this was totally canon and exactly what you would expect.
It's not any less stupid.
Thank you.
So
That's
Arthur,
exactly what I aim for with this game.
And it like
totally
so
canon.
many, like, for example, all of like so many of the in the book I'm currently listening to, there's like 3 kill teams of Death Watch. There's like 30 Marines. Out of them, only 2 of them like agree with the Inquisitors. The rest of the Space Marines are like, this is fucking stupid. People are getting killed over the dumbest bullshit. So it's also canon for me to be really pissed off about
Sure.
it.
I'm not questioning that at all.
The games of mortal men.
When Kalrak was losing his shit at the Inquisitor, which was by Champagne Role-Playing, their Atomic 2 as well, I was trying so hard not to laugh because knowing Arthur, all I could think of in my head of that scene was a tea party scene from Fire Emblem between the Inquisitor and Kalrak, and Kalrak's like, ask about dead Space Marines. It's like, this person doesn't seem to like your topic of conversation.
I didn't even think about it like that, but yeah, that does seem like it.
So that actually could have gone a lot worse.
I feel like it still went pretty bad.
Well, the thing is during combat, their implant automatically like turns itself off so they can harness that. They can use that fight or flight, emotional. In combat, obviously, they use it to an advantage. Like if he was like a Blood Angel or something, that would have gone way worse.
I gotta say, I am now working on designing the evil version of your characters, which is actually the good version of your characters. Primaris, Intercessor, some sort of approved Xenos. Like maybe he's a Bulgrin.
Well, those are.
He's the least stealthy Bulgrin in history.
Well, Bulgrins aren't Xenos; they're aberrant humans. They're still humans. It's just like ratlings, and then
yeah, they're a stable mutation.
Yeah, what are the navigators, and then there's another one. They're like almost like the opposite of the Ogrins, but they're like really tall and lanky, and like they can't do well on the high gravity worlds because their bones just collapse. I can't remember what they're called, but they're in some of the books. They're not as common.
Sid's opposite is a not lazy commissar.
Well, no, because Antipho's already got a moustache, so just take his moustache off, and that's his good twin.
Oh, he did mention that he had a brother that he grew up with in the
no mustache and
in
has
the
to
orphanage,
have and no mustache and has to have the scar over the thing.
Only fires single shot weapons.
Gosh, oh
and he only
yeah.
fires single shot.
Oh man, he's a missile launcher specialist.
He's a sniper.
Yeah.
God, what is the evil version of Lycus? I don't know.
I mean,
It's probably something so subtle that no one would ever know.
Yeah, exactly. It's
is.
someone. Yeah, it would be like an assassin or something. Someone you'd never see coming.
Or it's just like his plan, he's put it in place, but it's so subtle that no one knows until like 30 years later when it all comes together and someone's head just explodes when they figure it out.
I like it. All right, guys, let's start doing those outroductions, as they've been called on another show this week. The evil version of Atomic would be a jolly salamander. I don't know what that means.
Oh god! So the salamanders are the Space Marines who they're like they keep in touch with their original families. They don't desert them. They do go out of their way to save every civilian they possibly can. They're like, if there was a good guy in 40K, salamanders would be the good guy.
They sound like real nice people.
They pretty much are. Like they're super. They do everything they can to save innocent lives. So that's the closest you're going to get to good guys in 40K.
You know, speaking of real nice people, let's talk to Pond of the Man.
I was actually thinking about the possibility of getting Marines and salamanders.
I mean, if you want flamers, if you want flamers and meltas, salamanders are your guys.
Yeah. That's mainly the reason why.
They bury their dead in volcanoes. Like they're pretty cool though. Their paint scheme hurts your hurts your eyeballs though, for real.
I thought it would make a little sense in seeing that Inquisitors like to burn everything.
My Horus Heresy army is a Salamander's army.
I like a lot of their stuff. I just can't stand their fucking paint scheme because it's lime green and then flames, and it just I'm just like no. I've seen cars in real life with that paint scheme. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I live in Florida. I see that shit every day. I'm not painting my Space Marines that color. Sorry, I cut you off.
So I've considered those as because they can still use their flamers in melee, can't they?
That is the rumors about what their special ability will be when their book comes out. That's a leak.
They've got
how true it is.
Yeah, they've got a new book coming out here soon. It should be out a month and a half.
Something like that. Yeah. There's also leaks about Black Templars now as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if Black Templars got their own supplement because they are divergent enough from the Imperial Fist that I wouldn't be surprised. We keep cutting Pondo off. Sorry, dude.
It's okay. I'll have to think about that because I think I can't have like a whole list of all knights or all things. I do actually like the Armiger. I do like the 3 damage weapon that helps kind of melt.
If I can make a suggestion, it might not be a terrible idea to talk to AP and see, because of your Inquisition ability generally to get their hands on pretty much anything, to not maybe, because there's not, and James Cook, the Inquisition doesn't really have a whole lot of unit variety outside of like some, Tempestus and then some guardsmen and then sororitas. It's like, other than that,
not even that sort of stuff. Like really, the only stuff that's actually in the Inquisitorial Index is Inquisitors, Acolytes, and then Forge World is the Land Raider Prometheus. So they are designed to be a soup army. They go with other things basically.
Mm-hmm. But when you have stuff like you have an ability to where you can go up to any transport and be like, "Yo, I'm an Inquisitional authority. Give me a ride." Like maybe.
But Pondo, take a look at assassins. Get your hands on the assassin.
Oh, get your hands on some Vindicators for sure. The snipiest of snipey boys. It's be pretty useful because now that we don't have any scouts,
we need I need an Eversaw. Eversaws are just so much fun.
Yeah, oh yeah, and if they die, they explode, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're like basically like a bio bomb that you just send in with like giant amounts of melee attacks.
Imagine if you had a super muscled, methed up John Wick with melee weapons. And when he dies, he explodes. That's Eversaw assassins for you.
Sounds very expendable.
They keep them in cryo sleep and they wake them up as they're diving through the atmosphere because they murder like they just kill everything. Like it's just a bloodbath.
Oh, I'll look into it.
They're kind of expensive though, but they're really effective.
There is a rule. I can't remember what you put aside a certain number of points. I think it's like 80 or 90 points, and you can call down an assassin during the game of any type, basically. So it's like you're waiting to see what kind of assassin will be the most suitable for.
Yeah, it's if I remember right, it's kind of like dropping troops in, but I think there's not just the second turn rule, right? You can just do it whatever turn. You don't have to like do it.
It's the main thing is you don't have to pick what kind of assassin you draw down until you actually draw them down. You have to put it in
And
the
see,
stuff.
until you see how the situation develops, so you can shore up your sides. They're pretty good though. You can look into them.
That was the other thing is I was one looking at something that has deep striking capability. Because now it seems like we're lacking that since we don't have the Tempestus Scions or anything.
Steel Rain.
You can probably get some drop troops or something maybe.
Yeah.
Elysian drop troopers can do that. I mean, it's the same thing. They have grab gliders.
Oh, that's something I'll look into in the coming weeks.
Yeah, no, we can figure it out. Try and complement each other as best we can.
Got anything else going on, Pondo?
No, that's about it.
James, you've accused me of introducing you to Dairy. I'm willing to take that hit. I need a bibliography source here. I don't recall doing that. I'm not saying it didn't have.
You mentioned on Twitter, I thought, with reference to one of your games, and I had no idea what that was, so I looked it up. Oh no. So it was on the on your notes about one of the characters someone had put in for the BattleTech campaign.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I do recall that. Okay, all right. I'll take the hit. That's fine. Look, Dairy is a very popular. Not as popular as
I never heard
Sumire.
the term. Never heard the term until I saw that. I had to Google it.
Listen, I will send you a chart later if I can find it, but there is a complex Japanese naming system that has accurately identified many subtypes that some of them that don't even exist in real life. Shouldn't exist in real life. When you're not looking up Dairy, what else are you doing? Don't you run a podcast at grimdarkpodcast.com or something like that?
That is correct. Yeah, grimdarkpodcast.com. Episode 107 was just up last week. Yeah, it's just on facebook.com/grimdarkpodcast as well. But that's about it. I'm other than that, making models, painting models, getting ready for Armies on Parade. I feel like my life will return to me after next weekend when I got that all done, because right now, anytime I'm not painting models or building scenery, I'm thinking, have I left myself enough time? Should I be doing this, or should I be off painting models and making scenery? So, I've given you today 4.5 hours of my time where I'm not actually painting models or making scenery. So
fantastic.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like it's a welcome break.
Appropriate amount of time, one would think.
it is, especially because my wife was working this weekend overnight, so she was sleeping in before today's session, and so I had to also keep an ear out for the children not murdering each other in the background. So mission accomplished there. Can still hear 3 voices screaming at each other. So no casualties so
At
far.
least they're still
No
alive.
casualties.
That's
All
me.
right. Atomic.
What's up? Atomic Spoon. Play games on the internet. Warcraft stuff on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Twitch.tv/Atomic Spoon. I can't remember if it changed or not. Here Wednesdays, New Game Plus. It's 5th edition D&D. And then I'm here Saturday for this show. And that's pretty much me.
Sid Alpha.
Yes, everyone, thank you for coming and joining us and hanging out for a while. I do appreciate it. Had a lot of fun. My tank commander did not die, which makes me super happy. I love that. I love that unit. It's definitely going to be part of my army build.
Keep Brody around forever and ever.
I think it's our longest surviving unit, right? I think it's the only one.
He's been there since the first battle. I mean, it might not be the same guy specifically, but we've had a.
Oh no,
Rust.
it's the same guy now. Yeah,
It's the
same
same
guy.
guy. So
Brody.
it's the only one. It's the only one that's been the same. Everything else has changed.
Yeah, now I just have to build an army to be able to protect.
I'm gonna say now that he's named and we know that he's important, now I'm just gonna build a whole army of
Just surround him
long-range
him
tank.
in heavy tanks, and then what you need is some Hydra anti-air, and then you need some like, see like the Romans would do, and put the most valuable guy in the middle and surround him with other dudes.
one of those orc bombers that everyone that you fly over takes damage.
Oh, one of those.
Imperial Guard can buy fortifications, so just make a giant fortification hiding behind that, so you can't be seen by anybody.
There you go.
And that's like 500 points doing nothing on the battlefield except protecting Brody.
Basilisk.
yeah, we'll be back on Thursday for BattleTech, and I will need to get my character sheet finished for all that and get ready to go. And then more videos coming from me on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SidAlpha. And I've also got the Line of Sight Weekly News Roundup series, which is probably going to be about 90% Blizzard, because good God, coming out on Monday on the YouTube channel exclusively games. And that's me. I'm on Twitter. I'm not very kind on Twitter, but I'm there.
I was gonna say, have you considered customizing any of your mechs yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Are you going to?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. All right. Well, make sure you get that submitted by Wednesday.
Yep. It'll probably be Monday. I'll probably take Monday off from making videos and just concentrate on getting that stuff done.
Look, I know how this goes. Rad is going to send me his at 11:59 p.m. his time on Wednesday.
I made it.
That's why when I get commissions from him, I build like 3 or 4 days before the show starts. He's like, I'm sorry, I got it to you last minute right before the show started. And I was like, thank God, because I got to get this working in the next 3 days. Friends, I'm here. I'm me. Unless this is literally the first time you've watched the show, you know me, who I am, where you can find me. But did you know that with the power of Twitch Prime, you can watch the exact same amount of me? Just with the emote. One emote. That's what I got. One emote.
Can I say though, Arthur? I got just speaking to the audience here, but if you don't already use Arthur's Patreon, it's really worth checking out, because you get this. Now Arthur's been doing some extra videos for Patreon people, including his BattleTech planning session this week. And if we're going to start getting more creative with our armies here, we could maybe do similar things in the future.
I was thinking about that.
But certainly, like if you just go back to that last Patreon video about BattleTech, there's a moment there where Arthur's brain first processes what he's looking at with Rad's King Crab. And if you ever want to see a broken man, there's a few seconds where the facade falls and there's cracks. There's long-term anguish issues at that King Crab.
Well, here's the thought.
King Crab.
Let me throw this at you guys. Next week we're supposed to have a HAP episode, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
What if instead of doing an episode, we just record a video for Patreon of making these 2,000 point armies for everybody?
I'm happy with that. Just means that we're not back for 2 weeks, because I'm next week, the week after that, I'm doing a marathon and Sid's away.
I'm aware. It would actually be 3 weeks from the point of view of the person watching this video, because we'd be gone for 2 weeks, and then in a third week we'd
be back on the second.
If anybody doesn't have any objection to that, that's a good way to sell Patreon. Patreon.com/APGamingREAL. Patreon. How many more times do you need to say it to get 7 times?
3 more.
If you've got long-term payments and you need cash now, call JG Wentworth. 877 cash now.
Cash now.
That's it for us tonight. Have a good night.